Looking for reliable forex analysis? Check out ForexScope for daily forecasts and insights to help you trade smarter. Link in the description and comments.
The United States government has officially designated 4 European groups that identify as anti-fascist as foreign terrorist organizations. This move by the Trump administration signals an escalation in its campaign against what it characterizes as a global surge in leftist-inspired violence. In a public statement released on Thursday, the State Department announced the classification of Antifa in Germany, the Italy-based International Revolutionary Front, and 2 organizations in Greece, Armed Proletarian Justice and Revolutionary Class Self-Defense. These groups have been labeled as specially designated global terrorists, accused of conspiring to undermine the foundations of Western civilization through their brutal attacks. This marks the first instance where groups associated with the Antifa movement have been officially recognized as a foreign terrorist threat. The designation empowers law enforcement agencies to employ more stringent measures in countering these organizations. Furthermore, the implications could extend to individuals supporting these groups within the United States, potentially granting federal authorities the ability to implement similar surveillance and financial monitoring tools against American citizens. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, in a statement, asserted that groups affiliated with this movement adhere to revolutionary anarchist or Marxist ideologies, incorporating elements of anti-Americanism, anti-capitalism, and anti-Christianity, which they allegedly use to instigate and legitimize violent actions both domestically and internationally. The administration's press release cited incidents involving improvised explosive devices, shootings, and hammer attacks as the basis for these designations. Consequently, engaging in financial transactions with these organizations or their members will now constitute a criminal offense in the United States. The Trump administration has previously attributed violent confrontations in American cities such as Los Angeles, Chicago, and Portland to leftist organizations, particularly following the assassination of right-wing youth political organizer Charlie Kirk. The focus on Antifa was first formally recognized in a presidential executive order from September, which declared Antifa a domestic terrorist organization. However, national security experts have raised concerns regarding the validity of this designation, pointing out that Antifa, an abbreviation for anti-fascist, lacks a clearly defined membership or leadership structure. Mary Bossis, an emeritus professor of international security at Piraeus University in Athens, described the conflation of anti-fascist activists with violent extremists as plain wrong. She argued that while Greece has historically seen underground guerrilla activity with armed left-wing militants targeting individuals including U.S. diplomats, the Antifa movement in Greece has never advocated for violence. Professor Bossis stated in an interview that it is a significant exaggeration to claim the Antifa movement in Greece employs terror tactics, noting their participation in elections and their consistent demonstration of nonviolent behavior. She further elaborated that genuine terror groups tend to avoid the Antifa movement, considering their discourse to be overly talkative. Security experts have also observed that the online communications of Antifa activists across Europe do not exhibit the kind of violent rhetoric frequently found within right-wing groups. Professor Bossis expressed dismay at what she perceives as extreme conservatism in the United States, suggesting it is part of a broader strategy to create a global divide between a good right and a bad left. She believes this approach serves to tarnish the reputation of individuals holding center-left or progressive views, particularly those who explicitly disavow violence, rendering the strategy illogical without this ulterior motive. The implications of these designations are far-reaching, impacting international relations and domestic security policies, and are likely to spark further debate regarding the definition and scope of terrorism and political activism in the current geopolitical climate.